going to be practicing the second level of the throat letters. Okay, so you're welcome to another episode. Now, before I continue, let me see whether you are following or not. So in the last episode, we talked about the letters of the throat, which we call al-halqu, right? So we said we have how many levels, of the throat do we have to these letters? How many levels? Good. 3 levels, right? So we have the lowest part of the throat, we have the middle part of the throat, and we have the upper part of the throat, right? Very good. And then how many letters altogether do we have for the throat? Good. So 6 letters altogether. And then how many letters each? 2 letters. So 2 letters, comes from the lowest part of the throat, 2 letters from the middle part of the throat, and 2 letters from the upper part of the throat. And we discussed the lowest parts, which letters are Hamza and Ha. Good. Hamza and Ha comes from the lowest part of the throat, which we call Aqsal Halq. Very good. I'm happy that you're following us. Okay. I'm elated. That's very good. That's very brilliant of you. Now, today we're going to practice the middle part of the letters coming from the middle part of the throat, which are Ain and Ha. Good. Ain and Ha. So let's start with Ain. As usual, let us take Ain with Sukun, then we take it with Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma to practice it. Then we take the common errors we have for it. Then we'll do the same for what? For Ha. So Ain and Ha, they come from the same level, come out from the same level in the throat. So Ain taking Sukun, we have Ya'malu. We have what? Ya'malu. Now listen, and pronounce with me, okay? Ya. Now put your finger in the middle of your throat yet. Ya, 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 ya. You should feel something there. Ya'malu. Ya'malu. And me, I'm here exaggerating it, because I'm a teacher and I'm teaching you. So I'm trying to exaggerate it so that at least you'll be able to get what I'm talking about. You don't really need to do that exaggeration while reading the Quran. And I'm going to get to that in one of the common errors, okay? So Ya'malu. Ya'malu. That's Ain taking Sukun. We now know it comes from the middle part of the what? Of the throat. Now, when it takes Fatha, we have Amalun. Amalun. Repeat after me. Amalun. It is not Amalun. If you say Amalun, you're pronouncing what letter? Good. You're pronouncing Hamza. You're pronouncing Hamza, okay? If you say Amalun, which means the pronunciation is wrong. So when you say it's coming from here. Amalun, Amalun. But it should come from here. Amalun, Amalun. Help you get the difference now. So you try your best. Sometimes it may not be easy at the first, try. Then when you try more and more and more, you get it, inshallah. So when it takes kasra, we have ya'idukum, ya'idukum, ya'idukum. Good. And when it takes dhamma, we have yarfa'u, 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 yarfa'u. Do you understand? I hope you are practicing along with me. So that's it about Ain. Now, some of the common errors people make when pronouncing Ain. Number 1, exaggeration. Okay, you don't have to exaggerate too much and pronounce Ain. But when you're just starting up, you're just starting, your practice to perfect it, then you can try your best. You will not really target exaggeration. But when you get it, then you should pronounce it as simple as possible. For example, وَمَن يَعْمَلْ يَعْمَلْ. That's enough. You don't need to say وَمَن يَعْمَلْ. Some people exaggerate, and exaggeration is blameworthy when it comes to reciting the Quran with the correct tajweed. Okay, so exaggeration, don't exaggerate when you pronounce the letter Ain. And then the other mistake is that what people pronounce Hamza instead of Ain. And I already brought that example, like Amalun. Some people will say Amalun. So anywhere they say Ain, instead of striving to pronounce, because sometimes you have to strive to bring out that letter because it is not in what you already know of sound in your own language. I've already mentioned that reason in the previous episode, okay? So you need to struggle sometimes to pronounce some letter. You need to put in that struggle. That's one thing I always tell my students, Sometimes when some of them, they want to pronounce sod, they will be like, sir. I'll tell them, this letter is not in your language before. That's why you have to put in some effort and say, saw, and say, saw. Don't worry, we'll get to that part. So that is that. And for ha, so let's get to ha. So when it takes sukun, we have yahmilu, yah, yah. You can see yah, yahmilu, yah, yahmilu. Practice it. Say it after me. Yahmilu. Eh? Yah, yahmilu. Good. And then when you stick fatha, hadaiqa. Ha, ha. It's like you want to breathe out. You be like, that's it. Hadaiqa. Good. And then the last one we have, when it's six dhamma, we have humurun. Hu, hu, humurun. Humurun. I hope you get that. Barakallahu fiqh. And then the common errors we have here is that, since it's kind of difficult for some people to pronounce, they will go to the default Hamza again. So for example, that Yahmilu, they may say Yamilu, Yamilu, or Yamilu, Yamilu. They will be pronouncing Hamza Sukun, Yamilu, instead of Yahmilu. So for example, Hadaiqa, they may just say Adaiqa. This is very common. Ada, is it Adaiqa? It's not it's Hadaiqa. Same thing with the dhamma. Humurun, they would just say umurun, umurun. So this is very common. Replacing ha with amza is very, very common. You should practice this properly and pronounce it properly. We'll stop there. Continue in the next episode. We'll take the last two letters of the truth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve our lives till then and beyond. Assalamu alaikum.